I've said it before and I'll say it again. Microsoft and Xbox are the most confident I've seen them ever. Period. And yes, I'm even talking about the 360 era where Xbox was on top of the world and was the most popular console around. I've never seen Xbox act this confident before on a console's release. I've never seen them talk about multiple, and I mean multiple games coming to the next generation Xbox Series X. And while we know there's an event for Xbox coming right around the corner, and we also have an event coming in June or July, it would seem that all those reports were accurate. But what wasn't leaked was the massive showing Xbox is going to have leading up to the new Xbox console. Instead of just having one event or two events this summer, Xbox has decided to have monthly events that will showcase everything they have coming the rest of 2020 and beyond. This couldn't get me more excited because for the longest time, Xbox fans have been asking for a roadmap, a guideline of what we should expect from Xbox first-party games, services, their plans for the Xbox console in general. Well, it looks like they heard us loud and clear because these events sound almost too good to be true. So let's dive into this article written directly by one of the marketing leads at Xbox who had a lot to say. So let's get into it. But like always, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, enough of that because I want to get into this article and into these events. There's a lot to reveal here and Xbox truly is speaking out to its fans and trying to get us the gamers more engaged in the Xbox brand. Here's what the article starts off by saying. What was already going to be a once-in-a-generation year for gaming, a new generation of consoles, a wave of new next-generation games, and the launch of new ways to play with game streaming, we also want to be transparent in letting our players know what we're doing and what we are thinking during such a crucial time. Right off the bat, we all knew that 2020 was going to be an amazing year for gaming, especially with the Xbox Series X and the PS5 console launching. They are ushering a new era of gaming in for developers and us, the gamers. But what stands out the most is the transparent nature Xbox is acting on. They understand we want to know exactly what they're doing for the Xbox brand and what the future holds for Xbox. They're the only gaming company I know that's being this transparent. And yes, that's a little shot at Sony with their PlayStation 5, because I feel like they aren't being nearly as transparent as Xbox is right now. Instead, they haven't been to an event in almost 2 years, and we still don't know anything about what they're working on. I hope they take some notes from Xbox and start putting events together we can all get excited about. And while all this talk about transparency is great, what does that mean for us, the gamers? What will we see in 2020 from Xbox? Well, the article goes into great detail. Here's what's said. So what is in store for 2020? This is a monumentous year for Xbox, with our next-gen console paving the way for all our games and services to come together in even better ways. Here's what 2020 looks like just to start. Our goal remains to launch Xbox Series X and Halo Infinite this holiday. All 15 Xbox Game Studio teams are hard at work on next-generation games for Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. The best development teams around the world are working hard to have their games ready to play on Xbox Series X this holiday. For PC players, we plan to support the community by making all our major releases at launch available with Xbox Game Pass for PC, including Halo Infinite, Wasteland 3, Minecraft Dungeons, and of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator. We have new updates and titles lined up for Xbox Game Pass for console and PC. We're expanding Project xCloud into new countries on new devices. And later this year, Project xCloud and Xbox Game Pass will come together, enabling you and your friends to play together in more ways. Wow. Just wow. That's all I can say when I read this. I mean, Xbox is literally not leaving any stone left unturned. They aren't allowing themselves to be caught off guard like they were during the Xbox One generation, and I'm glad they're doing this because it brings greater competition to every other gaming company out there. Not just Sony and their PlayStation 5 console. No, I'm talking about gaming in general. Like Xbox says here, they want to launch Halo Infinite with the Xbox Series X. Well, you better believe other companies are going to launch games around that time to capitalize on the new consoles along with cross-generation games. It's going to be an awesome holiday season with a lot of publishers trying to get their games out. But not only that, Xbox is trying to get their first-party studios up and running at full speed. I say that because we have to remember a lot of these studios are just joining Xbox and are starting to hire a lot of critical positions. They're working on amazing games and games that will be exclusive to the Xbox platform. But in order for them to release those games, they have to invest in themselves first, which Xbox is providing them the means to do that. Next, they go into PC gamers, which I have to say I'm happy they are, because while I love my Xbox and I mainly play on my Xbox, I still play on PC, and I enjoy those types of games because I'm just a gamer. It's what I do. So when I hear about Halo Infinite or Wasteland 3 and other games coming to PC, it makes me happy, because I have friends on those platforms and they want to play those games with me. So why have that barrier between people? It's great to see that they're bringing all their games onto multiple platforms. Next is the integration of Xbox Game Pass and Project xCloud. This to me could be the single biggest aspect of the Xbox platform. I've used xCloud and I have to say it's one of the best features the Xbox has. It really has no equal. I've played games on my mobile network, I've played games on Wi-Fi. No matter where I am, I've actually played games, and it's awesome to see them merge the two main services together. I hope we get a lot more details about xCloud in the coming months, because this stuff is truly amazing. And while all these events and the plan for the whole 2020 is awesome, what does that mean for the event that's coming in the next day or so? Well, they go into detail about that one also. Here's what's in store for all of us gamers coming May 7th. Xbox 2020. Starting with the May 7th episode of Inside Xbox, we will be showcasing what happens next in the world of Xbox. Every month, which is why we're calling it Xbox 2020, these monthly moments will take place throughout the rest of the year and will be a way for us to engage, connect, and celebrate with you about what's in store for the next generation of gaming, including what's next for Xbox Series X, Xbox Game Studios, Xbox Game Pass, and Project xCloud. Every month will bring something different. For the Xbox 2020 May update, we will focus on giving you a first look at next-gen gameplay, trailers, and sneak peeks from a wide variety of publishing partners and independent developers across the globe and industry, including Ubisoft's recently announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and hear from game creators about what they're doing with their games on the Xbox Series X. First of all, having an event every month is just nuts. I know that Xbox has said they have a lot to show and so many games to talk about, so it's great to see them back that statement up. But as for them showing third-party publisher games on their stage, I have to say I'm not very surprised. With E3 and other events being canceled, these publishers don't have a lot of options to show their games. And we have to remember, folks, these people put a lot of money into the development of their games, so it doesn't surprise me to see them jump at the opportunity to promote their games on the stage of Xbox. Not to mention they'll show their product looking the best on the Xbox Series X. It's a win-win for both the companies. All the while, Xbox can showcase the awesome features developers are using on the next generation systems, and also get marketing rights to some of the biggest games around, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This looks like a great symbiotic relationship between Xbox and third-party developers. I can't wait to see what type of features Xbox showcases, which the article hints at here. We'll be confirming games that utilize our new smart delivery feature, which ensures that you always play the best version of the games you own for your console across generations. And all the games you'll see will be Xbox Series X optimized, meaning they are built to take advantage of the powerful Xbox Series X features that make games look and feel incredible, including 4K resolutions up to 120 frames per second, direct storage, hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, super fast load times, and much more. This gets me so excited because I love talking about games, but also I love knowing little techniques developers get to use to make our games. That's the beauty of this show and having a new console come out. Developers get to showcase all the cool technical things by showing us the games and showing us how that technology actually translates to the game. It keeps people engaged and also shows us just how hard the developers worked. It's an awesome way to keep us the gamers informed, but also give credit to the engineers. And speaking of developers and their hardware, this write-up finished everything up talking about the July event and what it means for the Xbox Game Studio first-party developers. Here's what's said. In July, we will dedicate time to focus on the incredible games coming from Xbox Game Studios. A number of our studio teams are looking forward to sharing first looks at new gameplay, insights from development teams being optimized for Xbox Series X, and brand new game announcements. We cannot wait to share this initial look at what some of these teams are working on. There you have it, folks. Not only are we getting awesome events every month, but we also get our E3 from Xbox. The biggest gaming event in the world was canceled this year, but it would seem that Xbox didn't get the memo. Instead, they're going to show up and show us everything they're working on, and I can't wait. I want to see the new games running on the Xbox Series X. I want to see new IPs. I want to see everything they can show us. No matter how you look at this article by Xbox, it's one of the most confident write-ups I've seen from a publisher. They aren't hiding behind anything, instead they're exuding this awesome confidence, and I feel Xbox is really coming this next generation to win. They've invested the most in gaming, they have the best services I've seen in gaming, they have the most powerful next generation console. It's going to be a great fight between all the major companies this time around. Let's sit back and enjoy these massive companies fighting for our dollar. So far, Xbox has been the only one throwing major punches. Good on them. But enough about what I think about this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Is Xbox about to show everything they have this summer? Has this been what we've all been waiting for as Xbox fans? What games do you think we will see at this new Xbox event? How many new announcements do you think we'll get from these events? What first-party games will Xbox show this summer? Will a lot more third-party developers go to Xbox because of the power advantage? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. I've been playing Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection. I love every minute of it. And next, I think I'm going to go over to PlayStation and play some Last of Us. I want to get that game down because I've never played it, and I want to finish it before The Last of Us 2 comes out. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.